Hello everyone, Blue Jack here, and welcome to a brand new Let's Play of Banished. This is, if you're not familiar with it, this game I'll talk about here in a second. It's basically a city builder, yeah, just gonna go over the quick starting conditions, and I'll talk about the game as it loads because the loading screen does take a little while. Large map, valleys. I just like to have as much space to build in this game as possible, so that's why I'm doing that particular map. I do have disasters on, although in my experience they don't happen very often, and then hard starting conditions. So we start with 4 families, we start with no seeds, very limited resources on the outset. Yeah, so I will go ahead and get this started. So yeah, this is a city builder game, and the concept of it is that you are a small group of people that have been banished from civilization, and you're out in the wilderness, and your goal is to just survive with them. So you basically start with nothing, have to build a settlement from scratch, and then you get a whole sorts of stuff, mines, farms, all kinds of things you can build in it. I am running a mod on it. It's called the Colonial Charter mod. It does add a lot of different buildings, professions, stuff like that to the game. If you have not played this game, I do highly recommend it. It is a lot of fun. The first few years can be a little bit slow and a little bit, that's probably where the hardest bit is, just surviving those first couple winters. But it's a lot of fun, and it can do a lot of things with it. So I'll pause here. So, and that's the other nice thing about this game is you can completely have complete control over what pieces of information are present in the UI. And so one thing I like to have this just general opening, a general view screen here, gives us population, what season it is, what the temperature is, which I believe this is in Fahrenheit, so it does. It is in Fahrenheit if you're not familiar with that. Also, what kind of resources we have, general happiness, and then general health of our citizens as well. So I like to have that one. I also like to have this profession screen open. I usually put it up here in the corner because you can go and manually switch people from different professions as you need to. It's especially important to do that early on because you have such a limited number of people, and they're just very stretched thin, so you have to kind of move them around a little bit as time goes on. I think that's usually the only ones I really like to have open. Like the map, I don't really find that to be that important. You can also have this little log screen. I'll put this up here in the bottom corner just for viewers' sake than anything. And those are kind of the two ones I like. You can also take screenshots and all sorts of stuff. This one's useful because it will show the paths of where people are going, so that way you can kind of gear houses or professions to closer to where the particular person is. And so a lot of these are extra buildings, these colonial houses, different methods of storing, grain cellar, root cellar, bank barn, dry storage. Let's see, you can build abbeys, back alleys. Apiary has actually a very good addition. It's a very good source of food early on. You got baker's store. I mean, this mod adds quite a bit to the game, so it's quite useful. Okay, so we're gonna zoom around. This is our map, and we started off in a little bit of a interesting little peninsula here. There's not a whole lot of space to grow, but this is going to be our right here is our trade river, and so eventually we'll want to have a trade depot. Is that what it's called? Yeah, trading post, that's what it is, trading post. We'll want to either have that on this lake here, it just has to be on this major river in some way. So anything that's connected to this major river will be available for trade. We do have a little bit of a mountain here, so we'll mine into it if we need to. A lot of good space up here for building, so kind of probably grow that way, but early on we don't want to stray too far from where we're starting. I might... Let's see here, I'm gonna see where's my forester. Alright, so I could put the forester there too. That's how I want it. There we are. Trying to learn my hotkeys again. There we go. So I could start with my forester lodge down in this little area and a gatherer, and then build my actual growing area, or my actual living areas up in here more. Alright, so early spring, priorities to start. We need to get up basic food production. That's probably our biggest issue right now, is we need to have some sort of food production. Also, we'll need to start collecting resources. I'll do some clearing here. We have Obviously, trees here we can use for wood. This is stone, and then this is iron here. So we'll want to collect all that here before too long. And we only, right up here, we have 8 adults and we have 3 children. This middle number is for students, which you get students when you start building schools and stuff, which is going to be later. If you do build schools, when the children hit a certain age, I think it's 10, they go into the school for a while. The reason that you don't necessarily want to do that right away is, I mean, the schools do make them better at their jobs when they actually start working. But the problem right now is that with the school, with only 8 citizens, I really need more workers, and so I don't want them shuttling into the school right now. And when I actually need, say I need more miners or foresters or something. So that's why I don't usually do a school until a little bit later. But anyway, that's kind of a long story short there. Okay, well, I'm going to start placing some things. So I'm going to start down here with my Forester's Lodge. Let me stick that right. Actually, hang on. I should collect resources before I start doing this. Hang on here. Like this here. Trees. Okay, so we're going to collect a lot of trees. So I'm actually just going to clear this little area there. Stone, I don't think I'll necessarily need right away. Let's see what I need for the forester. I think it's just wood. I actually do need stone for that. Okay, so I will go ahead and collect some stone then too. Let me just do that. Okay, and then I am going to start placing on my forester right here, and then I am going to put a path in front of them, which is right here, right there. Okay, I think so. And then I also need some food production, which I'm going to start with a gatherer. Gatherers are very good here. So I'm going to start with that, and then rotate it around, and I want to have this all nice and snuggled up right there. Okay. And then I'm going to put a hunting cabin here too, but I think I'm going to pause it so I can pause it too. I have it placed, but they will not work on it until I hit this button again. So I won't want to start working on that here too. Before too long, because I want leather so I can start making clothing. Let's see here. And I will want to put houses here. I'm going to go ahead and put a house here right now. Actually, I might put 2 right here. But I'm going to pause them both, because I want to get the food production first before I start worrying about that. So, alright, so yeah, we start with a wagon here. We're not going to be wanting to use this for too long because it doesn't store a whole lot. So I'm going to want to do like a storage barn. And speaking of which, I actually do need some stockpiles before I forget. I'm going to do a smaller stockpile right here, maybe 5x5. I'm going to want a larger one up here for when I put it right here where I've actually cleared a bunch of things. Ooh, too large. I'll do that. So I'll have a stockpile, so they'll start putting all the stuff in there. So, alright, well, we are going to go ahead and keep going. So the first thing they do is they'll come grab their tools and their coats. I'm going to speed it up a little bit here just to get going. So our children are just going to sit around and going to watch videos. Do I need to turn that music down a little bit? I don't want things to... I'm going to turn things down just a little bit so it's not quite so loud. Try that, maybe. Resume. I don't think that really made much of a difference, did it? Hang on. Maybe drop that down a little bit here. Apply? Oh, I forgot to hit apply, didn't I? It's still really loud. What am I doing wrong here? Apply. Okay. Oh, that's a little better. Okay. Good deal. Alright, so the first thing is we are collecting some of our resources that we're going to start using for building. I'm willing to collect iron here before too long, but that's not a huge priority. I want to get our basic resources up and running first. I'm going to go ahead and speed them up to 10, just since I have plenty of jobs lined up for them. My foot should find a spot for a fisher. I might put the fisherman right there. Rotate it around. I'm actually going to pause it right now. We're not going to do that immediately. Oh, so they're coming back here for more food. Alright, so they got that all cleared. Now let's get these buildings up here. There we go. And they're probably working on that road too. I would much prefer you guys get going on this Forester Lodge and that I have paused. And the Gatherer's Hut. These two, yeah, need to be done. Like, now. Come on. So one thing we can do is increase priority. Here, so we're gonna do those two things. Okay. So they should focus on doing those instead. I don't know why they keep running up here doing nothing. They're storing. Okay, there we go. Now we're starting to run our first couple of basic buildings. Oh, and I need to assign some builders. Yeah, that's probably a problem. Yep, so now they are building our first two things here. That's good. And we will need plenty of houses before winter hits. But I need, first things first, we need to get these going. Okay, so let's slow things down here. Alright, so I'm going to assign a couple gatherers, and I'm going to assign probably one forester initially. We will get, oh, that's not actually done yet. Okay, so we do have the gatherer's hut. And the Forester Lodge is going to be finished here in a second. Good. Alright, let's go ahead and get a forester. Let's see. This problem is that they added so many different things, it's kind of hard to... There we go, forester. We'll add... I need 2 foresters for now. And I'll slide them over as I switch things up. And... Stew Road. So... I'm actually... What should I unpause up next? Good, they are gathering. I'm going to go ahead and unpause one of these houses. I'm going to have another house down here where the fisherman is. I'm going to pause it for now. Come on. You guys gonna work on this or not? Oh, they're all guns down. No. It's already have more logs than I need. Okay. Well, that's fine. Still need to... One thing that... So, I should explain things here. So a gatherer hut will just gather... basically plants and berries and stuff that are within the radius. If I click on the building, you can see the circle here. The forester's hut, obviously, you will get wood out of it. But the nice thing about foresters is that when a tree is chopped down or falls down, they actually put a replacement there. And so, like this area, eventually here, like, I see that we got some trees already planted here. So they actually will plant trees here that will grow, and they eventually will harvest it. They'll also clean up all the stone and iron slowly over time. So I got that cleared. I want to get that. Alright, so it's... Oh, I still need some logs there. There we go. So the builders will come and construct this. So I'm going to go ahead and unpause that house. And then it's kind of a lot to do, but let's go ahead and get that unpaused too. Because we're going to need... Actually, no. I should... hunting cabin should take preference, or precedence. Precedence? Priority. Oh man. Words. Bad words. Okay. So we'll get that hunter up and running, and get our houses going. So that one is partially constructed. This one, the area is clear, so then they just gotta put all their everything we need to actually build it there. So here, one of our children actually hit age and is now an adult. So, and all right, so we got a couple moved in here, and they are of breeding age. That is good. I haven't actually seen when, so these people obviously live in this house until they either die. They will occasionally move elsewhere, but yeah, now that they actually have their own house, they actually will start having children eventually. Alright, so we're actually getting some snow, which is concerning, so let's go ahead and get this another house. So we have 4 families, each family will take a house, so yeah, we're getting actually an early snowfall here. which is not necessarily good. Alright, so I'm going to get another path going. Do that, okay. And a couple more things I'm going to need. I need a woodcutter to make firewood. Put you there. I'm going to pause it for now. I'm going to put another house up here. Firewood is low. Oh boy. I'm going to pause that. I was too busy talking and I wasn't taking care of the basics, I'm going to increase the priority of this. Increase priority. That. Both those, I guess. I do have a hunter. So I'm going to get him doing that. Assign a hunter. And so builders actually act as laborers until they have something ready to construct. It's kind of a really nice thing. I usually like to have 2 builders and then at least 2 laborers running around at any one time. So they should be building this. They're not yet. Alright, so we do have plenty of food. We are a little low on firewood, but that will be, once we get this woodcutter built, then that'll kind of take care of it. Alright, so the house is ready to go. We still need to get some stone hauled over here. Do we have stone? Oh, we have lots of stone. We just need to haul it over. So yeah, I kind of built a lot of things right here, but this will not be my main area. We'll be up here. I mean, the start of my settlement, I guess, like kind of my little town center. Alright, so that house is getting built. Good. They should be getting this one ready to go. Yeah, they've removed everything, just got to get it piled up with logs and stone. Come on, get those houses built. It is winter, and we got people free. Alright, so there we got another couple that have moved in. Oh, and see, we actually have had a baby now, which is going to be down in one of these 2 houses. Yeah, so that young couple has had a baby. Reserve firewood is still low. So houses will store. So here, check the inventory. So as food and like firewood and stuff and clothing gets stored, the people that live in the houses will kind of gather it up and put it in their house. And so that is kind of why you don't want to do a huge burst of houses. I'm going to go ahead and assign a woodcutter here. Because they'll go grab all your firewood. Like right now I'm out of firewood, and so it's going to be freaking out about that because I don't have any in storage. But also they'll do that with food. So they'll go grab food and take it, and then all of a sudden your food stocks will be really low, which can be obviously a bad thing. So next step, let's get this last house built. Increase the priority here. Alright, so clothing we're doing okay. It's running out. Oh, actually, it looks like winter is. Oh, it's because it's late winter. So next thing I want to get working on is a blacksmith, so I don't run out of tools. Running out of tools is a bad spiral that you actually don't want to go down. I'm going to get that place. I'm going to block it for now. Alright. Alright, so we've had another child, and we are now producing firewood. This house has not been started yet. We gotta have stone. Bring us some stone. Alright, we got 6 out of 8. Bring 2 more units of stone and that house will be good to go. Yeah, so this first winter is really have to be careful and manage carefully, just because it can snowball really quickly. Usually if you're gonna fail, it's gonna be within this first year or 2. Oop, we got a little bit of lag there. And there we go. All of our citizens now have houses. Are you gonna move in? There you go. There, they moved in. So now they don't have firewood, so that's why it has this little flag over it. There's plenty of food to go around, so they should go into that. So, alright, so next all I need to do is get my blacksmith up and running. So let's go ahead and unpause. And they should start getting that cleared up and ready to go. This needs iron and stone. So I actually don't have much in the terms of iron. I do have enough stone for it, but I'm going to go ahead and collect some more resources. I'm just going to do... Well, no, I'll just do iron. That, and then I also need to build an actual storage barn. Market. Dry storage? No, right here. Storage barn. There we go. And we'll go ahead and put that mini right here next to the stockpile. Yeah. Let's get this place as any. I'm going to extend that road down just a little bit. There we go. Alright, so we've actually had someone grow to become an adult. I think we've actually had, yeah, we've had another child too, which is good. I'm going to upgrade up my log limit a little bit. And we have field limit 200. Yeah, that should be fine. We'll want to have plenty of firewood available. But yeah, this is obviously a very hefty. Let's get that increased priority here. There we go. Because, yeah, running out of tools is definitely a tough thing to come back from. So we'll get these two constructed, and then we'll get that fisherman's huts built. And I'm going to go ahead and see, do we have... Alright. We don't have anyone old enough to move out yet, so we do have a couple people there can move out. I will go ahead and build another house. Maybe we'll do something like this. Yeah, let's actually go this way. We'll head north. I'll pause it for now. Just because I want them to focus on getting this built. Grab a little bit more stone. You guys really need to get this built. Alright, so here the foresters collected 36 logs in the current season, as well as 2 iron and 2 stone. So that's just showing that they will kind of clean all this up eventually. Okay, they are not getting this done as quickly as I'd hoped, so I'm going to increase that priority one more time. There we go. Let's bring a little bit more stone, and I'll get that constructed. And then once I get my storage barn built, I'm going to get rid of this storage cart. River stone of that as well. I'm aware of this. So we actually have a lot of resources up here. Beautiful. Sometimes I'll get a starting area that I have no stone or iron, so I really have to travel far to get it initially, or I have to build a mine or quarry before I can actually spare enough people to operate it correctly. Which is obviously not a good thing. Alright, so now this is good to go. Oh, where is she going? Come on. Bring it stone. There we go. Okay. Oh, we're really low on iron, though. I wasn't looking at that. Man. Lazy villagers. Get this built. We've only got 4 tools left. We don't want to run out. Yeah, I just don't want to build anything else until I get this running. We only need 4 more units. There we go. Okay, good. So then the workers will come get that built, and then we'll switch someone over to blacksmithing immediately, so we can have plenty of thorough stockpile of tools to use. Yep, that storage barn, and then after that I'll open up the house and the fisher's dock. Health is a little bit not the greatest, but it could be worse, so I'm not going to worry about it too much yet. And wolves actually start needing to have a only need a clothier. I mean, I should actually prioritize that maybe a little bit sooner. There we go. Now we have blacksmith. Okay, let's get you working pronto. So next will be that. They'll start carrying stuff over, and I'm actually going to get a tailor. As it's a tailor, clothier, not a clothier. Too much dwarf fortress. And yeah, get that going next, so we won't run out of. I mean, we actually might run out of quotes here for a second, but and that's another reason why I want to get Hunter up and running right away. Is in addition to food, they collect leather, and then you can make clothing out of leather. Raw stone. Got some more. Okay, so oops. Storage barn is ready to be constructed, so my builder should head over there soonish. Oh, my gatherers. Gatherers, yeah, see, gatherers collect a lot of food, so they are very, very good. Really, as far as early food sources, and just in food sources in general, you really can't go wrong with a gatherer. Although I've experienced with this apiary where they produce honey and beeswax. That is actually also quite strong, so that will be something we'll do here before too long. I haven't experienced with like the windmills and water mills quite yet, but I'll make that a priority for my this Let's Play. But again, that'll be a while yet. I don't even have seeds. I want to have seeds until I can start trading. So I really need stone. There, I got my storage barn built. So I'm going to wait until actually they start putting some things in the storage barn before I deconstruct this wagon, because otherwise all those units will, basically they'll act like they don't have access to them, like they don't have them. It'll disappear here until they get moved over to the storage barn, and then it'll be spammed with warnings of being low about everything, so I won't do that quite yet. How are we doing? Come on, I did designate this as collect stone, right? They're just not doing it yet. Alright, so alright, yeah, so we are actually maxed out on firewood for the time being. Beautiful. And I'm not gonna I wanna prioritize this a little bit more. And then once this is built, then we'll open up those that house and this fisherman. And we'll build those next. Need 23 more units of stone. What's up? Yeah, I know stone is low. Let's go ahead and connect it all now. Why not? One more unit of stone and we are golden. Alright, so here they started collecting or storing things in the barn. But I will wait until the warm months before I make the switch. There we go, so that is ready to be constructed. And then the house and the fisherman's will be a little less priority. I'll probably drop down to one builder, and then assign one of the laborers to this clothier worker, to the tailor. And yeah, we'll just kind of slowly work on those other two buildings. Beautiful. Alright, where is the tailor? Right here. Do that, and then we'll do this. And we'll unpause these two buildings and get them going. Pause. So I got two there that are old enough to move out. One almost there. One over here. No one there yet. What do we have set for our tool limit? 50 should be sufficient for now. Tools are a really good thing to actually sell early on, so once I get my population a little more established, I'm ready to start building a trade, the trade station. I will increase my limit of tools and have a huge stockpile of them, and I'll slowly filter them over to the trade station. Can get there. start producing coats now. We do have leather somewhere. And let's see. Those are a little bit low, but we're doing okay. And as our population slowly, or as our children slowly become of age, we'll want to filter them into the professions that we already have established. Just so we increase the production of them. And yeah, you just don't want to expand too quickly because it's basically you just want slow, steady growth. Otherwise, you could have when people start dying of old age, you'll have a sudden huge population drop off, which could be bad. Or if you expand too soon, you have a bunch of children to feed, and your food stocks and stuff will drop way too quickly. So, slow and steady wins the race. How are you doing here? Yep, so they're starting to bring food over there. Good. And how's this? Still pretty full. Just need a little bit more stone. That is ready to be built. So I'm actually I've already kind of outgrown this area, but a little bit more stone we can collect. Maybe down here. Did I designate this? I did not. Go ahead and grab that quick. That's here too. Then we'll have to start venturing farther north. Start collecting all this stuff too. Alright, and springs. Stop snowing. Stone's just going to be a bit of an issue, unfortunately. But we do have enough to get that built, which that's good. Stone. Oh, better get that designated. Oh, don't have that one designated, though. Good deal. There we go. Great. How are they doing? Good. How are they doing? Definitely good. Awesome. I have picked up a laborer, but I am going to go ahead and deconstruct my wagon. Let's see. Okay, it's like there. They freaks out because then everything that's in here starts getting discounted as actually being used, or actually being available. So until it gets moved over to our storage barn, they're kind of going to freak out a little bit. What's going on here? I think that means oh yeah, I must be out of leather, I suppose. So I should probably I'll sign another hunter just so I can get plenty of that. It's just a matter of letting them do their thing. So we have had another child born. That house is almost constructed. And Fisher's and Fishing Dock is constructed. I just don't have enough people yet to assign to it. But as we grow, that will change. There we go. Oh, nope, they're not quite done with it yet. 89%. By the way, I named our little settlement Solace, and hopefully somebody gets that reference that's watching this, and if you do, you're awesome. And if you can name it in the comments, that would be even more awesome. Okay, you guys really need to get this moved. She must be my forester. Trying to remove this? They're not. Why not? There's just not enough people right now? Yep. I'm just gonna reclaim this. They're not getting it done. I think I just don't have enough people yet to get that to do that. So, all right. Well, I'm gonna go ahead and do an apiary. they will slowly start working on that. It's a very strong source of food, so that's why I want to get that prioritized a little bit more. Otherwise, yeah, we're off to a pretty good start. So I think I'm actually going to put a cut here and come back in the next episode. So, alright, well, I hope you guys have enjoyed watching this. I'm very excited to be playing this game again. And yeah, we'll see what kind of stuff we can get into. So I will get this up and running before too long. Yeah, any questions, comments, concerns, as always, please leave a comment down below, and I will get back to you. If you enjoyed this video, please feel free to like it and subscribe to my channel. There will be a lot more where this is coming from in the near future. So I hope you guys have enjoyed. I will see you guys next time. Bye-bye.